My name is Blake, Homewaters Recreational Real Estate. We're about a block and a half from here in our main office. And we saw a need and kind of put this together, and I'll take you through. So, oops, down it is. Okay, so the challenge we saw, Homewaters, 10 years in business. We have 15 agents across northern Michigan. We cover a really big geographic area. And so we really saw a need for the three lines there at the bottom. Gaining timely information on transactions. Hopefully I don't offend anybody, but realtors tend to be procrastinators somewhat in nature. So getting information on transactions and well ahead of the closing time has been a struggle for us. So having it as it is a manual process also. So we enter information into the MLS system. That information is stored there, but then as a company we were using spreadsheets and basically manually entering the information into those to track the transactions. And the tools available for to manage some of these things are very expensive, and they're single purpose. So you're an agent and you've got 5, 6, 10 tools spread across lots of different ways where you're, again, entering things manually. So we developed brokerage books, and we're building it as an internal product. Basically, again, 3 things to cover here. It's an automatic accounting and budgeting tool. So what it does is you enter information into the MLS system, and it's an automatic feed into your brokerage books account to be able to manage this and manage it as a brokerage. So here we are, February 2nd, and to understand the marketing budget we have as a company for August and September into the busy months, it's hard to understand what money could be available at that point. A simplistic and attractive showing software, I'll talk about this a little bit in a minute, but this is where we really think we can jump into the market. And an integrated customer and transaction management system, this piece is, I think, the most exciting for me because it would take me step by step through each and every transaction that we have, and also increase the amount of communication we're having with our clients. A screenshot of the dashboard is what I have here. So if you take me to the yellow diagram would be the active listings for this particular user, pending listings in the green, and sold properties for the year-to-date in the red. And then you'll see at the top line in the active in yellow there, I've got my active, or this agent's active inventory, the estimated commission that that agent would earn with those. I should say there's actually an algorithm plugged in based on previous year's sales to calculate that number, and then company contribution again, also calculated in. This would have the search in the top lines there, so 6 MLSs are feeding information automatically into it. So if I'm a listing agent on a property, it's going to be automatic. If I'm a buyer's agent on a property, I'm going to have to go in and find that property and tell the system that I've sold that particular property. So here's where you'll see that predictive budgeting really coming into play. This is a screenshot of an actual specific listing, and this is the showing software we can actually go into and schedule showings. This has contact management, so we can manage clients and other agents and lenders and whomever we'd like to manage here. Gain feedback from listings as well, and that's a huge piece. And this is that transaction management system, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use the word Skittles legally, but you can see the little colored buttons to the right in the center of the screen, kind of. T for title insurance, M for MLS, R for realtor. So these buttons are kind of a different stage buttons, so that as you go along in the transaction you can keep track of things, and actually the system will prompt you when you click on title insurance. You want to contact the seller, the buyer, the other agent in the transaction. All those different people can be involved all through this tool. So where's the moolah? The most important question, right? So we have competition. There's competition as basic as Excel. There's competition that is doing some things similar to this, but again, very complex and quite expensive as well. Showing software is a thing. There's 2.5 million realtors in the country, and about half of those, a little bit more than half of those, are using a showing software currently. We think we can match or get close to that cost, transfer it into this product, and offer a lot more. So what gives? My grandfather used to say that, and I love it. What gives? Brokerage books need some technical guidance. So we've built a product that you've seen today. What we need, and I was hoping to gain today, if you are an entrepreneur in any field and you've worked with a software developer or a web developer that you've had a great experience with, tell me about it over a beer. If you are a developer that has the know-how and can work with us, we'd love to have that conversation. And involvement in general, we're building it out for ourselves. And I think through some additional communication and bringing other people into the conversation when using the product, we'll really see some increased use. So thanks for the time. Pardon?
Is this already productized? Do you have it working prototype?
Yeah, so we're using it internally.
So you just want to make it a hosted model exposed to outside clients?
Yeah, we're still building it internally, I should say, but using it as a company, and we think that it has some great viability.
So
in
the
the
slick
marketplace.
UI that you just show, is it currently working?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to be able to put that out, put it on the server somewhere, you can start signing up customers.
Correct. Yes.
Was it architected as a multi-tier app so you could do that, expose interfaces, or was it built internally?
It wasn't built by anybody that works for us, if that answers the question. So it was built by an outside company. Is that the question? Sorry.
Do you own the source code?
Yeah, see, the technical stuff is out of my league, honestly. That's where we need a lot of guidance, guys, so appreciate it.
Did I see something about a subscription-based use of this?
In terms of, are we using a subscription
Well,
base?
what's the plan? Is it going to be a subscription-based, or how would you sell it?
Yeah, it would be subscription-based. So again, the showing software is a piece that a lot of realtors and brokers use now. And so where we think it would really grow is, again, bringing other agents and industry people into the communication tool. They would see this and go, well, what is Brokerage Books? And be able to sign up at that point.
What's your level?
Pardon?
What is your level of competition for the price?
Yeah, right now the showing softwares are right in that $10 to $20 a month per user. We're depending on, do you have 500 people you're signing up, or do you have 5? And so we can compete. We think we can compete really closely with that.
So you'll be on the same market.
Yeah, but with a lot more options. Yep.
So in order to make this happen, do you have to pay another arm and a leg to the MLS, or is there access to all the MLS data already included in whatever a member broker is paying to the MLS on the side? How does
Great
that
question.
work?
There's no real money, at least what we've set up to this point. You just have to get approval. So approval for information
From the
MLS.
From the MLS,
Yeah.
and they'll let you do that.
That's correct.
So you just plan on one pricing structure at this point? There's no different levels?
We're pretty young in that part of the conversation, so it could certainly change. But we'd like to be competitive again with the showing software and offer a lot more.
Okay, thank
Looks
you.
good. Thanks, everybody.